should be on the tip of our lips. Newton's third law of motion: to every action there's an equal and an opposite reaction. We all always should know why. So we're going to spend our whole day today, our whole morning, on food. And aren't there a lot of different, remember it, muscle knows no age. In other words, whether you're 9 or 90, you can have a strong, fit, healthy body.
Barbara O'Neill argues that muscle knows no age, emphasizing that whether you're 9 or 90, you can have a strong, fit, and healthy body.
It's not a bad idea to Google 100-year-old athletes and just have a look at what they're...
Research shows that strength training can increase muscle mass by up to 10% even in older adults. To confirm this, Barbara shared a story about her colleague Amelia, a naturopath who had worked with her for 5 years.
She had a little app on her phone, just a photo of 2 women. Both of them were 80. One of them was overweight, hunched over with a walking stick.
Both had been the same age, illustrating that muscle knows no age. Barbara believed it had been crucial to prepare for one's later years. Many people had neglected this and unfortunately spent their latter years in poor health.
And the other one, she had like a sports bra crop top on and then jogging pants on, and you could count her abdominal muscles. She was...
Barbara addressed the common excuse of not having time to exercise by introducing a form of exercise that only took 15 minutes a day. She used to do half an hour of exercise daily, but had found it challenging to fit into her busy schedule. However, she now advocates for a more time-efficient workout routine, making it accessible even for those with tight schedules.
And I believe that it's very important for us to prepare for our latter years. How many people don't do that, and their latter years, unfortunately, are spent in misery?
The next day, despite being sore and barely able to move, Barbara felt obliged to join the walk again. She couldn't refuse, as she was in town to give health lectures. From that time on, Barbara committed to exercising daily, realizing that being busy all day wasn't enough.
We need to be preparing for our latter years, and one of the probably most effective ways to do that is to keep the body strong, fit.
While she acknowledged that some jobs, like gardening or personal training, involved physical activity, she stressed the importance of dedicated exercise time, even for those in physically demanding professions like massage therapy.
I went to New Zealand, and the lady I stayed with said to me, "I do a 5K walk every morning, would you like to join me?" It's through the forest. I said, "I would love to. I don't have to get the kids up, I don't have to put the washing on the line, I don't have to get the breakfast going," because I still had a few teenagers at home then.
Barbara and her husband had started walking for half an hour every day. She was thrilled when she discovered a more time-efficient exercise routine that only took 15 minutes. Implementing a regular exercise program brought unexpected benefits, such as no longer having cold feet. She used to sit with her feet in warm water to warm them up, but regular exercise solved this problem.
Well, after about 3 kilometres, I could hardly keep up with her. And she was twice my size, 10 years younger. The next day when I woke up, I could hardly move. I could hardly move.
Barbara O'Neill then explained the importance of capillaries in the extremities, brain, eyes, and other parts of the body. She highlighted how exercise could enhance various body functions like eyesight and hearing.
I have a friend, his name's Dr. Jonathan Gibbs, and he did a PhD on the effect of exercise in the cell, and he told me this. He said, when you do that in the morning...
Barbara introduced high-intensity interval training, HIIT, often called HIIT training. After the war, the Japanese trainer Tabata had documented it again.
A network of capillaries is opened that equals the distance around planet Earth. Well, I can hardly get my mind around that one. So where are these capillaries? They're in your extreme.
Using it to give his figure skaters an edge in the Olympics. Tabata's method involved 20 seconds of high-intensity exercise followed by 60 seconds of recovery, repeated for 6 cycles.
Have a look at this. It's called high-intensity interval training, or often called HIIT training.
This training had given his athletes a competitive edge, crucial in the Olympics where victories could be decided by split seconds. High intensity means going as hard and fast as you could, whether it's swimming, running, or climbing. Inspired by the book she read, Barbara couldn't wait to try HIIT. During her first attempts, she found that her body resisted the effort as she reached the 20-second mark, with increasing difficulty as she pushed to 30 seconds.
And the first documented evidence of the HIIT training was probably before the war. Some German trainers were training their athletes in it. The war.
She emphasized the importance of counting to stay focused and push through the body's initial resistance. Barbara referenced the Framingham Heart Study, which showed that by age 50, most people had lost 40% of their lung capacity due to inactivity.
And he's a doctor. I think he's a heart doctor. And he found out about this. So what he did was he did 30 seconds high intensity.
She explained that high-intensity exercise forced the lungs to expand and work fully, preventing the lower parts of the lungs from going dormant. By age 80, many people had lost 60% of their lung capacity.
90 seconds recovery for a cycle of 6. And what I have found in my reading, that's probably a time that most people come at would be the very best.
Highlighting the necessity of maintaining lung health through regular exercise. Recovery time was a key indicator of fitness. Dr. Al Sears, in his book PACE, described the principles of HIIT.
Most of the HIIT training experiments have been done on an exercise bike. So if someone's a little unsteady on their feet, their ankles, their knees, their hips not working well, the exercise bike, they're able to hold on, they can go as fast as they can, and then they do.
P stood for progressive, meaning the exercise got easier as you built strength. While it never became entirely easy, the recovery time shortened, indicating improved fitness. I stood for acceleration, emphasizing the importance of pushing hard and fast rather than taking a gentle stroll.
40% or most people had lost 40% of their lung capacity. Why is that? Because people never do.
Barbara O'Neill continued her discussion on exercise by explaining the C in the acronym PACE, which stood for cardiopulmonary. Cardio referred to the heart muscle, and Barbara emphasized that the only way to strengthen the heart was through exercise. She illustrated this point with a story about her son, Peter.
What you experience when you get to the end of your 30 seconds, those lungs are just stretched wide open. Those little bronchioles right at the end are being forced to start working. High chest breathers can find that the bottom half of their lungs can almost go into dormant.
About 10 years ago, when Peter was 25, he was training for a triathlon by running up and down hills near Brisbane. One day, while dismantling an old ceramic vanity unit, it slipped and severely injured his ankle, causing blood to spray all over the bathroom. Despite the injury, Peter's pulse remained at 50 beats per minute, a testament to his strong heart from regular exercise.
Felt that. So I think one of the most amazing things about this high-intensity interval training is what happens when you're in recovery. And don't we love recovery? When you're in recovery time, getting your breath back, letting your body settle down a bit.
The nurse at the hospital was astonished by his low heart rate. Barbara explained that a strong heart pumped more efficiently, needing fewer beats per minute to circulate blood. Peter's powerful heart, strengthened by his training, caused the blood to hit the ceiling when he was injured. If his resting heart rate had been higher, the blood might not have even reached the ceiling.
The liver converts that lactic acid back to pyruvate and feeds it into the powerhouse, which means when you're in recovery time, your cells are burning just as much fuel as when you're running for your life.
Although Peter had to forego the triathlon to recover, his strong heart and overall fitness helped minimize the damage. The doctor was amazed that Peter hadn't cut any tendons and kept testing his toe movement to confirm. Peter's recovery required several layers of stitches, and he was grateful for the medical care he received.
Out of balance, and you might be a little bit out of balance, but the more you do it, the better your balance will be. You can also start by this. Just going like that. But this little one's called the health bounce. But when you start jumping, when you're to the height of your jump, every gate opens.
Barbara O'Neill continued her discussion on high-intensity interval training and its profound effects on the body. She explained that when the heart is strong, it didn't need to beat as frequently because each beat was more efficient. The idea is that we have a limited number of heartbeats in our lifetime, so maintaining fitness could potentially extend both the length and quality of life. Barbara introduced the concept of PACE, progressive acceleration of cardiopulmonary exertion.
And when you hit the mat again, every gate closes. Isn't that incredible? You only have to rebound for 1 minute in the morning to get that lymphatic system activated for the whole day.
Where cardiopulmonary refers to the heart and lungs. She highlighted how high-intensity exercise could help prevent and even reverse the loss of lung capacity. During intense exercise, the body used both anaerobic and aerobic pathways to generate energy. This resulted in the accumulation of lactic acid, which caused discomfort but was also crucial to the benefits of HIIT.
And you'll notice that most joggers are padded to encourage heel striking. Have you noticed that? And yet, we should be toe striking.
During recovery, the liver converted lactic acid back to usable fuel, ensuring the body continued to function efficiently. This recovery phase was where the body mopped up lactic acid and prevented its buildup in tissues, which helped reduce acidity and supported overall health. She expressed her gratitude to scientists like Doug McGuff for uncovering these insights into cellular processes.
You see, the foot's been designed to strike on the toe. When you strike on the toe, it strengthens the arch, and the ball of the foot has a cushioning effect, and the toes spread out to sort of take the fall.
Explaining how they contributed to the effectiveness of HIIT. She emphasized that this form of exercise was powerful, efficient, and did not require a long time commitment, typically just 15 minutes a day. Barbara shared her personal approach to maintaining her health, including her daily exercise routine, regardless of weather conditions. She mentioned using a rebounder mini trampoline as a highly effective form of exercise.
He discovered that it is heel striking that's causing the hamstring, the pelvic, and the lower back problems. Isn't that interesting?
Rebounding combined three forces: defying gravity, acceleration, and deceleration. These forces challenged the body's cells, which strengthened them and contributed to overall health. She related this to the natural process of aging, noting that people often lost strength and vitality because they stopped engaging in activities that challenged their bodies, like jumping. By incorporating rebounding into their routine, they could simulate the benefits of gravity-defying activities and maintain or improve physical fitness.
So if you do run, make sure it's toe striking. And your high intensity, it's actually whatever works for you.
Barbara O'Neill continued her discussion on the benefits of rebounding, focusing on its effects on the lymphatic system and its overall impact on the body. She explained that the lymphatic system was like the body's vacuum cleaner, clearing waste from tissues without a dedicated pump. In contrast, the blood circulatory system had a heart pump and muscles around capillaries to move blood throughout the body. The calf muscles acted as a secondary pump, aiding in the return of blood to the heart. Rebounding effectively engaged the calf muscles, which was beneficial for circulation and could help with conditions like varicose veins. The lymphatic system, lacking a pump, relied on physical activity to open its gates and remove waste. Rebounding was particularly effective because it opened every gate in the lymphatic system, activating it for the entire day. Even minimal rebounding, like the health bounce, could significantly stimulate the lymphatic system.
Sears, in his book Pace, he gives a story of a lady who did she did 7 seconds high intensity, and she needs 15 minutes to recover. Whoa.
Barbara then demonstrated different rebounding techniques, including the health bounce and higher jumps. She emphasized that rebounding improved balance, strengthened the muscles, and could be adapted for various fitness levels. For those who may struggle with balance, using a rebounder with a frame for support was a good option. Rebounding also has a positive impact on the body's alignment and strength. Barbara explained that it strengthens the feet, arches, and improves balance. Additionally, rebounding can target upper body muscles like the biceps and triceps.
If she does that every day, she'll get to 8 seconds and then 12 minutes recovery. Can you see what will happen? That's why it's a good idea to note your recovery time, because as you get fitter, your recovery time will be less and less and less.
Through specific hand positions while jumping for eyesight improvement, Barbara suggested focusing on stationary objects while rebounding. This exercise helps strengthen eye muscles and improve visual acuity. She shared her personal experience of improved eyesight through this method. Barbara mentioned the Bellicon rebounder as a top choice due to its quality and smooth bounce, which reduces jarring effects on joints compared to other forms of exercise like skipping or running on hard surfaces. Just 15 minutes a day can make a difference. Subscribe for more health and wellness tips.